Hey guys, we are not speedrunning. Our rating is 1234. 1, 2, 3, 4. And last time I got a reprieve playing very badly in the Vienna against Dance Monkey. But let's put a line under all of that. And opponent is Grulo Jal. Okay, what are we gonna do? We're gonna stick to the Vienna. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, he's rated 1325, so this is a big game. And where's he from? Mexico? Yeah. Okay. So playing the Vienna. These are the most common moves. Okay, I'm gonna go Vienna Gambit. Even with best play from black, it's not really too equal. Okay. Right, now this is a common error. Now you need to know this if you play the Russo and other things as well. Because we now get into, this is what I call like the Halloween line. The Halloween Gambit, you actually sacrifice a whole knight. But here, this is similar. Because you get this big kind of wedge of pawns that just... We now score 2 tempi against these knights. That's the point. That guy has to move, and then we push e5. Now we've got the big center, right? And this dude has got to move again. And he can't go here and he can't go here because of the knight. And he can't go here and he can't go here because of the queen, right? So back he goes. And now suddenly white is in a really commanding position. We have a slightly better knight. I mean, look at this guy. He's kind of offside. This knight can't come to its natural square on f6. Yeah? So I think probably what we want to do now is knight f3, because we want to prevent the queen from coming out here with check. We're going to develop this bishop, you know, all good. And I'm liking this already, I think. So, but first of all, you always have to respond to what's your opponent doing well. Opponent's pushed f6. Okay, do they want to take here? I don't know. Probably. They want to clear some room. Now I can take back with the knight. I can take back with the pawn. Do I want to play queen e2? If they take, queen takes. I don't know. It's not really a developing move, is it? I can also take back with the pawn. I could just take here, but then that's going to invite their queen out into the board. I don't want that. So I'm kind of thinking about this. If they take here, I can actually take with the bishop, give them horrible double isolated pawns on the b file with check, and they no blocking it. Is there? I mean, even if they don't take here, I may just be able to get in that move as well. Both knights are on light squares, and there's nothing can block here on f7. I may short castle. I may just develop more junk and try and long castle. I don't know. You can hear whining in the background. My stepdaughter's dog is currently locked in her crate because she decided to bugger off this morning and go for a wander around the town. Oh, okay, look at this. Look at this, man. So he's spotted this and how horrible it is. I mean, I can just capture here. I could still play queen e2. And quite honestly, these moments, it's like it's around this, like move 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in games where weaker players quite often just under-consider these moves, right? And they can be absolutely critical. You don't want to snatch. I've got 13 minutes on the clock, nearly 14 minutes. I've got heaps and heaps of time, right? I'm in a wonderful position. I've got 3 minor pieces already out in the 3rd rank. Opponent is already falling over his own shoelaces, right? If I take here, he takes back with a pawn. He's got an isolated pawn there. He's got a really exposed king. Okay, so let's consider some options, Right, let's look at castles. Castles, very sensible move. Getting the king to safety, getting the rook onto this file may well open up. If I take and take, I mean, he's got to really. Right, then castles. Again, our rook's lined up with this pawn that's presently undefended. Another option is queen e2. With the threat of takes. That's good as well. This bishop is currently looking for gainful employment, and I think he doesn't want to. I mean, that's playable. This is bad because it's just, I don't know. It's maybe playable. Can't go here because knight just takes. So I'm going to castle because I'm feeling very good. And it's not a passive move. Now, this rook is come from a completely passive position to a rather aggressive position. Okay, he's moved another pawn. Now, what's the purpose of this? What is the meaning of this, right? Well, one thing is to put more pressure on here. That goes by the by. Another idea might be this. But look, because I've already castled onto a semi-open file, my rook defends this, and my queen is just free to come out and cause trouble of her own. I'm really tempted to do this move. And then pawn takes. My bishop guards this, preventing bishop h6. I can't push. Bishop just takes. No, you're staying in there. Okay, I'm simply going to take. I can't see an issue with it. Right? This is what we want to do. We've now got an isolated pawn here, an isolated pawn here. Horrible lack of development on the part of black. I'm kind of threatening this, and I think it's time to put something on the e-file. I would love to develop this bishop, okay? But you develop bishops when bishops have got a good place to develop too. All right, he can't go here because bishop takes, can't go here because pawn takes, can't go here because knight takes, which gives us a choice of d2 and e3. e3's out because I don't want to block this file. So what is it? Bishop d2. Or think about fianchetto. And fianchettoing on b2 has more going for it. So is b3 useful? I mean, okay, it's going to take me 2 moves, but it's not like my opponent's about to castle in the next 2 turns, is it? No. I mean, he could do that. He could do that. So something like rook e1, bishop g7, castles. This pawn is actually undefended. How can, I mean, is this even an idea? Knight e4? Attack the undefended pawn? But then he does this anyway, right? Okay, I'm going for the fianchetto idea. I think it's as good a plan as we have. And it could, whatever. You want to give up a bishop on this board? Be my guest. I might consider queen e1. Putting an absolute pin on this knight. Queen might then even come out here. I can proceed with the fianchetto. I could even play rook e1, still pinning the knight. I could put the question to the bishop. I think just the gut feeling is that's a bit of a waste of time. If the bishop retreats here, I'm not minded to play h3 and g4 and just open up my king. There's no reason to do that. I'm gonna fianchetto the bishop. That was the plan, man. Yeah, I know, my own pawn is in the way. I might still do this and threaten this pawn. He's probably going to do this. But if I was black, I'd be wanting to castle long. So our job right now is to... Okay. Ooh, that's interesting. That is interesting. That is a decent move. Okay, so what he's done is he's blocked off this pawn from advancing, which makes my fianchetto look a bit stupid. I could do this, though. This pawn is also currently defended twice, so he's blocked this off. He's also preventing this move, which is very nice. I feel like I want to get out of this pin. One of these... I wouldn't mind playing my rook A to E1. Yeah. And that means the queen is tied down to the defense of this pawn, because if I pin the knight's no longer defending it, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna play this right now. Probably rook A1. And then I mean, you know, it looks like black's achieved something with this move, but I mean, it's still a vile position for black. It really is. And I've got so many choices now. That is met with that. This doesn't really probe, does it? I've got that now, haven't I? You can't take that. She can't go there. She can't. Yeah, she can go here, possibly. No. So is that your idea? That can be met with a move like this. Yeah, you're not wanting to trade queens. Do you want to trade queens? You don't want to trade queens, do you? Here she goes here, trying to trade her way out of trouble. Not on your Nelly. My dark squared bishop is looking a bit dumb. I didn't really consider my opponent's best response to that. Maybe de-encourage this move. I mean, just moving my knight would protect that square. But my knight doesn't have a good place to go. If I was to move this knight, my queen could actually head over here and cause trouble on this side of the board. If we can prompt a weakness in these pawns, then black's in a whole heap of pain. So, what can we do with this knight? Like something like this, even? Oh yeah. Yeah, because we're targeting this as well. Right, now if she tries this nonsense, I can trade off. And then I can capture on c7 and win a rook. Very Vienna-y move. Okay, that was played quite quickly. The knight is defended. That queen has just made herself worse. This is a thought. Trying to make life hard for that queen. Rook here as well is still a thought. This pawn's not threatened, a4 it is. I need to move a little bit quicker. I'm on 7 minutes, he's on 17. So let's take a moment to pour a cup of coffee and we shall consider what's best to be done. Alright. Okay, we've got activity here. I can push on. Now the queen's not tucking herself away in there, right? So and she's got to defend this pawn. So where's she going to go? She can't go here. So let's say a5, queen here. I just drop back. A5 queen here. She can be here with a rook, and so I think it's worth pushing. She's got to defend this, so which means she really needs to go to this square because this square is unsound. Either of my rooks can come to e1 and kick her away from there. Then she could go here, for example. But this is all a big waste of time for my opponent. Okay, I think I just have to come back here now. But black is just scrabbling to try and get anything from this position. And it all comes down to this foolish knight move early on, very, very early, right? Okay, we have long castles. We have action, boys and girls. And I like the fact that we've already had this move played. Now, pawn takes, I've got queen take. I'm just going to throw it. I'm doing it. I've already moved the pawn. I know. Okay. I've already moved the pawn. That's very well defended. I've got maybe ideas of kind of attacking down here, but I think we just need to start throwing the kitchen sink at black now on this queen side. I think that I'm quite happy with this move prompting that. And he's starting some counterplay. Oh, all right, that's fine. I've got an idea of this as well, yeah. That's a threat against both rooks. Also, maybe coming in here, we'll see about that. I'm pressuring this twice. It's defended only by the bishop, so if it takes... Oh no, it's defended twice actually. You pin me, do you? You son of a gun. There. That's still defended twice. Okay, I'm just going to blitz this out. There, I like. Okay, that's putting more pressure on the knight. Okay, I could lose that knight. Here, no. Now suddenly his pieces are becoming more active and dangerous. I can't come back here, it drops the queen. Right, I'm going to give up the knight. Forget the knight. I'm going to go for counterplay. See you later. Alright, now my queen's under attack. Okay, queen is under attack. This pawn is pinned. But I can't capture this bishop. I would love to. Let's throw that in with check. Okay, any more checks? What's vulnerable? That's defended by the king, that's defended. Queen defends everything around her. Everything's kind of defended in the rooks. Okay, so my opponent's coordinated. Currently +2 materially, but in a very vile position in terms of king safety. My queen can't go Okay, doesn't leave me many options, does it? Because there's nothing that can really block, unless I want to give up a rook, give up an exchange. No. So it's here or here. I'm going to go here. Maybe ideas of this, maybe pushing forwards. I have got a reasonable amount of material around my opponent's vulnerable king. This is defended twice. Push, if he goes here, my knight can come. What are you doing? I'm throwing in a check. I'm throwing in another check. This pawn blockage has proved to be very useful actually for black. This pawn hangs. So what's he going to do? Go here or here? Okay. Really want my queen over there. Now my queen does have access to this square after this pawn push. Queenie, queenie, queenie. Am I worried about... No. Come on. That's mate, so... You're going to have to do something. I've had a few games in Blitz like this recently, where I've found myself down in material and just had to fight and find that counterplay. Here, are you thinking of that? Do I throw in another check with the knight? Here's my thought. Here's my thought. If I go here, he can just block with the queen. He's a pawn up currently, right? Hang on. Having said that, I could kick this bishop away. Can't go anywhere. It has to go kind of back here, and then the knight hangs. So if I do this, queen, but then my knight hangs as well after king takes, takes. No, I can't. I can't. Here, queen here. Four minutes. That's loads and loads and loads and loads of time. I like this one too, actually. That's pretty damn cool. That's a check. Can't go there. If I get this move in, it's sort of preventing the queen from going there, right? So if I check here, he ends up here. And I have rook over. I mean, I've got to be better. I can't see. Look at my opponent's got this right. Ooh, missed it. Bugger. Ooh, this and then this. No, there the queen has to move anyway. Well, I don't know. This is now super sharp. That doesn't work. Right, he's attacking my knight. I have a royal fork though. That's not, he's attacking my rook. I think royal fork should just be winning, doesn't it? I've got more checks to come. He's in check, he's got to get out of check. I can't get there. He can take the pawn, in which case this comes with a discovered check. But it's pretty vile. I don't know what happened in this game though, guys. I was doing so well. Just check if there isn't an in-between check. I can't see one. Okay. I mean, this threatens mate on the next move. Obviously I can just recapture the knight, right? This threatens mate. Again, this pawn. 3 minutes and change. Are there any threats? I take with the bishop. I like the idea of moving this. I really want to get that bloody pawn off the board. So I'm going to take the bishop. Probably met with this. Maybe I'll get the knight in first and then that. Right, that hits the rook. He can't put the rook there. That's the point. My queen's going to come in. And then just mate there with the support of the pawn. He has to play a rook, I think, to the 7th now, doesn't he? Gotta watch out for this alignment. This rook moves as well. That is also a major threat. All right. See, that prevents this. Um, 3 minutes, 20 seconds. All the time in the world. I could throw my pawn up. No, not rook's defended by bishop. I don't know really. Let's just get everything in there, yeah? Here. I don't know. Where is my killer instinct? Rook's undefended there. It's a discovery on the rook. Maybe queen here. Also, my bishop can now come in here, forking the king and the annoying d4 pawn. I just capture the rook. Whatever you do, I can come here. Oh, okay, right. Yes, of course. You are hitting my queen. But I can always chuck in a check. What are you going to do? Here? I can chuck in another check. Side-by-side bishop's very dangerous. Please take the pawn. All of these are out. Check ski. And this has got to end in tears, hasn't it? Rook hangs. I'm not worried about this. Am I worried about pawn takes here? Forget it. It's I'm just going to keep checking him and getting his junk off the board. Okay, check. Forced. Check. Let's do this first then. And I think we might mate. Because rook covers this open fire. Whatever he does now, I'm not worried. Apart from that, because it comes with check. Yeah, okay. Takes... I can't take with a... Ooh! But you just haven't got enough... Oh, that wins the queen! Goodness me! Oh, God, he's fighting for it. He's fighting for it now. I'm still +4 though. I've got a knight and an extra knight and an extra pawn. And 3 minutes on the clock. Right, so I'm going to stay on the dark squares. Because he has a light square bishop. This opposite coloured bishop. Ending, my goodness me. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to get the rooks off the board. So if you get a rook to here, that would be absolutely fine. This as well. Very simple. Very simple idea. He can escape it with a check. Do I then come here? I mean, this is my threat. But he can even get out of that with check as well. Okay, well, that doesn't work. But... Come on, Hunty. This, he comes here. I can go there, hitting both the... Yeah. He takes, he loses his rook. He comes here, this is a double attack because my king attacks the rook and the bishop's still on prise. Okay? More checks. Bishop's still on prise. And that hangs the rook. Well, didn't we make a meal of that one? No, I'm not doing a remake. I haven't got it in me, mate. I'm sorry. Okay, let's go over to the analysis board and have a look. All right, let's have a go. place your bets. I'm thinking accuracy 70 at best, possibly here. Yeah, there you go, 70. You can see I got a really good advantage, +3 here. And I frittered it away. There was a mistake at that point in time. Okay, I think this is worth going through. Okay, mistake. Great moves. Okay, and here we are, good position. That's not good. That is. Again, castles. He just wants me to throw everything up. Oh, there's a good case for that. Actually, the knight is trapped. Oh my goodness me. I didn't notice that. I did not notice that. A hard to find move, huh? Yeah, you ain't kidding. So here it takes. Bishop takes. Yeah, you're right. It's a hard to find move. Okay, so we take here, and yeah, this is a miss. Yeah, it was just too. Remember what I was saying earlier on? You wait for a bishop to have a good place to go, right? And this. Actually, a mistake. I thought that was a really good move. And that pawn was a thorn in my side for a long time in the game. It's saying kick the bishop. Scrappy game. Scrappy game. Where are we now? I think this is the key thing though, right? At this point, they're kind of just coming off the gas slightly rather than thinking, what's the evilest blooming thing I can do? And that was the evilest thing I can do. Really going for the throat. Unusual line. I've probably never seen this before. Don't know if it's ever been played before. Right? Probably has. But spotting the fact that this this knight has nowhere to go, because my bishop guards this square, right? If I go here, yeah, interesting one. I think I'm going to add that to my study and trap pieces as well. I think that would be very interesting. So anyway, we'll leave it there. Leave it there. Got the job done, but really made life hard for myself. I am enjoying the Vienna positions. I feel like I know where I am in the Vienna. So yeah, I'll stick to that. Thank you for watching. See you later.